Celtic Woman the Show was filmed in September 2004 for PBS television at the Helix, Dublin.
I'll never forget the first show in the Helix when we came together, the five of us, and it was a total whirlwind because, first of all, we hadn't met each other before. We met 2 days before filming started.
We just clicked instantly from the minute we met in the rehearsals. I remember the first time I met all the girls, I thought, oh my God, they're all so beautiful and so talented.
We had all this music to learn. We were getting costumes. Everything was kind of like the costumes were finished, I think, the night before the show was filmed.
I suppose I have a theatrical background. I've spent half my life in recording studios and the other half in theatres. I love that theatrical experience and lots of lights and a big set and, you know, all of that kind of thing. I enjoy it. I think it's great. So we wanted to have that sense of theatre about it. And costuming, obviously, was very important, especially given that they were, you know, five gorgeous women, you know. So it was very important to have a sense of occasion about it.
I remember standing side stage going, I don't feel I'm ready for this yet. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm supposed to walk. And we had been bought the most beautiful shoes that I have ever seen. They were stunning. And I think all of us were like, we're going to fall. We're going to fall in these shoes.
Running down that ramp in the high heels, oh my gosh, that was some challenge, you know. I was very, very nervous, and I remember just putting the head down and really concentrating.
I was terribly nervous that I would forget something. I wasn't thinking about anybody else. I just thought, I'm going to do something stupid and I'm going to ruin it.
But it all clicked on stage, you know. We had this chemistry together and the girls were so fabulous. We were all so supportive of each other, you know.
But there was that chemistry, absolutely, and it's there, you know. It's undeniable, I think. And it's grown as well as they've gotten to know each other. There's even more warmth and even more kind of little play between them. But no, there was, straight off, absolutely.
Because we didn't know each other very well, it wasn't false. It was a natural kind of interaction between us all. We smiled at each other because we genuinely meant it, not because it was rehearsed.
To create what we did that night was an absolute miracle.
There was a bit of magic. I think something magical happened that night, and I don't know what it was or what, you know, I don't think you will ever be able to put your finger on it, but a little bit of magic happened that night.
Did I think it was going to be just a one night? I did. I mean, I've been around the business, even though, you know, I'm not 100 years old, but I've been around an awful lot of projects, an awful lot of shows, some that hadn't succeeded so well, and I was very realistic about it. Not in my wildest dreams did I see us going on 6-month tours.
This performance was first broadcast by PBS in the United States in March 2005.
They just showed it constantly, and I was getting calls from people in Riverdance in America going, oh my God, you're on the TV again. So it was just something that happened overnight. When they speak of an overnight success, this literally was that.
Overnight, the group's debut album reached #1 on Billboard's World Music Chart, eventually breaking a long-term record by staying at #1 for 68 weeks.
We've been so lucky. I think the show appeals to a huge variety of people.
There was great excitement when we headed to America, to New York, to promote the first ever Celtic Woman CD and DVD. And we sang on the Today Show on St. Patrick's morning. 7 o'clock in the morning in these little corsets and skirts. It was freezing, and we were walking down the street then afterwards, and people said, oh my God, it's the Celtic Women, and we were like, wow, this is exciting.
Oh, it was so cool. It was so cool, you know.
The following night we were all having a drink in New York, and Dave Kavanagh came in and he said, girls, you've hit #1, and it was just like elation.
Dave Kavanagh, who is the chairman of the company, was completely vital.
To make dreams come true, you need great talent.
He truly did, you know, set the scene to give the girls that opportunity to get out and get in front of people and do what we knew that they were, you know, born to do.
Not only are they really talented, they're actually really funny and great to work with.
And beautiful.
And beautiful.
I think the most satisfying part of all of this is that it's quality music, it's not pandering in any way, it's meant for the broad public, obviously. The fact that it reached out far beyond the Irish-American audience was surprising to me.
To be #1 in any chart is just incredible, and I honestly don't think we believed how successful it was. It was just, you know, it went straight to #1, and it was really unrealistic. We were just kind of in a daze, I think, for the rest of the week.
The biggest buzz for us in the office, and there's probably about 10 of us in there, is to see, you know, the trophy cabinet along the way, just to see the accolades for the girls, which we believe are so deserved, you know, which is the gold and platinum albums and platinum DVDs. I mean, it has gone beyond expectation, there's no question about that.
In response to the extraordinary success of the showings of the Celtic Woman TV special, the phenomenal popularity of their first album, and the amazing sales of the DVD of the Helix show, Celtic Woman decided to embark on their first tour of North America with a live show production.